Everybody, Coach Nick here. Now, today what I want to talk about is nutrition. Now, we've probably already talked nutrition at some point with you, but I want to go into a little more of exactly what we're looking for so that you can see great results. Now, what we do at Fit Body Bootcamp is fat loss and muscle toning to get you fit in 30 minutes. Now, you have 23 and a half hours during the day in which we're not going to see you. And you can wreak a lot of havoc on your nutrition if you don't do things right and kind of plan out your days. So the first thing I want you to think about is when you're doing your nutrition, or not your nutrition, when you're doing your grocery shopping, when you're going to the store, you've kind of got to plan out what you're going to be eating for the day. So here's a few tips that I want to give you. All right, so when it comes to breakfast, what I want you to think about is you're going to find some kind of thick carb or fruit or protein. Now what I mean by that is very often people will get oatmeal and they'll put some berries in it, maybe sprinkle some cinnamon in there. That's great. You want those thick carbohydrates because that gives you energy to get through your day. You can have some eggs, that's fine too because it gives your body protein so it can recover, and you want a little energy since you just woke up from sleeping. So any of those options are fine. Now, I want you to have a snack about 2 to 3 hours after you eat breakfast. Your breakfast should be eaten, I would say an hour after you wake up, not too much longer after that. Now, your snack can be a piece of fruit, maybe some berries, maybe a banana, that's all fine. Now, you could also have half a bar. A lot of us are busy, we don't have a lot of time, so I get it. So what I want you to do is just go find a bar. And when you look for that bar, try and find something that has about 10 grams of protein and less than 10 grams of sugar. Now, when it comes to lunch, you'll notice there's one word that is much bigger than the other words. It is vegetables. I've never had anyone come up to me and say, Nick, I ate so many vegetables that I got sick. We don't say that. We know they're amazing for us. So, I want you to focus your lunch around vegetables. Normally we would think like, oh, I'm going to go get chicken or I'm going to go get meat well, that's great. But I want you to focus it around vegetables because that's what's going to get you to trim down that waistline. And that's what we're here to do, is trim down that waistline. So focus on the vegetables, have some protein with it, and then a thick carbohydrate is fine because you still have a day you're trying to get through. So you want to have that energy, and that's what thick carbohydrates give you, is energy. So things like pasta, maybe a piece of bread, that's fine. Now, snack. You'll notice it says vegetables or half a bar. So that half bar you had earlier, you can now have later as your snack. Maybe around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or have some kind of vegetables, maybe some carrots and cucumbers and hummus. That works fine too. All that's great. Now we get to dinner. You'll notice again, giant words, vegetables. Because again, you've got to focus your diet around the healthiest foods, and those are vegetables. Just accept it. So you eat vegetables and then protein. You'll notice I don't have thick carbs there because as you're going to sleep, your body does not need energy to get you through the day. Your body wants to go to sleep. So if you eat a bunch of pasta or rice before you go to bed, you're going to have trouble sleeping or your body's going to be more likely to store it as fat. So instead, have those vegetables and have some kind of protein. Now, one thing you'll notice is I did not put dessert on here because dessert for the most part, it's not going to get you to where you want to be. So instead of thinking I'm going to have ice cream, if you really have a craving and you really want something to have for dessert, have some kind of fruit. So plan it out. Think, all right, if I really want something after dinner, I'm going to have a piece of fruit. No, it does not have to be a green apple, and you don't have to wear a green shirt at the same time. It could be a different colored apple. It could be grapefruit. Just have something ready so that you don't go in the freezer and get ice cream. Or better yet, don't buy it. Think these things through. Make sure you're planning your desserts if you need them, because this is going to be pretty good. I'm not going to eat it right now because I ate one earlier. So, Coach Nick, Focusing on Nutrition. If you have questions, always come ask any of us. We are here to help you get to where you want to be. That's it.